What's going on, friends and family? I'm back today with something I haven't done before, and I'm not Elite Code 3 level, but I did my first PSA submission, and I submitted 11 cards at a show. I think it was back in October. PSA came here to Minneapolis and spent I don't know, hours prepping cards, digging through stuff, looking at things closer, and found the best 11 that I wanted to submit in terms of value and condition. And here's what I got back. And I'll take you guys through that. And there were some surprises, both good and bad, I'll say. All right, first up, from 1997, Pacific Philadelphia, Adam Vinatieri, rookie card. This got a 9. If you look closely, I think it's slightly off-center to the right, but otherwise, this card was in great shape, I thought. I was really hoping for a 10. I thought it was a 10. I know there's a lot of 10s out there, so, PSA could be kind of protecting the grades a little bit. Maybe they thought it was off-centered up here, too much white up there, but overall, really good condition. This card's super thin too, so you notice a little bit of wiggle in there, but all sealed up, mint 9. Overall, his card's been selling really well lately. This is the second one I had. The other one had some back damage. Still sold that for a really good price, but I've had that card for probably since 1997. And it was, I think I found it sitting in a binder. Next up are two of the same cards, and I was really hoping I'd get a Gem Mint 10 out of one of these, because a lot of times when you submit two cards of the same, they kind of compare them, and I thought one was in a little bit worse shape than the other. But we got two Mint 9s of Aaron Rodgers from 2005 Topps, and one of these, I don't know which one, I gotta look. One of these had just a slight ding on the back corner, which is why I thought, maybe it's that one. Why I thought, hey, that one will probably get a 9, but the centering's not too bad on either of these. And like I said, usually when they compare two cards side by side, when you submit them, one will get a little bit better grade than the other, but they must have felt these were pretty equal. The Mint, you can pick up this raw card for maybe about 20 bucks. The Mint 10 will sell for 100 or so, 90 to 100. The Mint 9s you can get anywhere from 40 to 60 depending on buyers. So overall, still kind of came out ahead, especially since I traded some Viking cards for one of these Rodgers rookies. And I love the Vikings, but I don't collect the Vikings. I try to stay away from collecting teams just because guys rotate so much. And for example, I love Adam Thielen, hometown guy. I hope he's with the Vikings his whole career. Odds are he may not be. And so I don't want to invest all this money in a bunch of Adam Thielen and Viking-related cards if he's going to be gone in 4 years. That's why I really stick to players like Fred Taylor, Mark Brunell, and Tom Brady, because I like them as players rather than the team that they played for. Next up, this is a card that my grandma had given me years and years and years ago when she was collecting baseball a little bit. And it basically came in one of those thick stacks of autographs that they used to do back in the 90s and early 2000s. And you got it a lot of times for minor league players. And so this is a 2000 Royal Rookies Miguel Cabrera Futures Auto. It's from set 171 of 49.50. This is pretty much the only dude out of the set that really made it. I think guys like Francisco Rodriguez, so K-Rod, he's got a card in this set. JJ Putz had some time in the majors. There's one or two other guys, but a lot of these guys didn't really do too much. But this Cabrera card is awesome. I was expecting about a 9. I would have been shocked if I got a 10. You got a little bit of, just some little minor wear on the tears on the corners. You can see a little bit of white in that guy. So I was pretty happy with a 9. These cards raw will sell for, 60, 70 bucks. And a 9 or 10 will definitely get you a lot better money. This next card is one that I was really disappointed with. It's more so disappointed in myself. So I bought this card so 2 summers ago when I first got back into collecting and kind of got caught up in the Aaron Judge hype. And also kind of forgot what I was really looking for in cards when buying them. And so this one is the 2013 draft picks from Panini. It's the blue, so it's numbered 74, 75. But I should have seen, like, there's a little pockmark right there that this never would have got a 10 for. But I submitted it anyways just because I wanted it encased. I didn't want it damaged. And I thought the rest of the card was in such great shape. Like, these corners are nice and crispy. The surface was great other than that little pockmark. I was hoping I could eke out a 10. But this one's probably, we'll see what it ends up doing. This may have to be a wait and see, sit on it, see if he challenges a home run record or something in the future. He had some trouble staying healthy this year, but that one's probably a sit on and wait and see. All right, this next bunch here is going to be Brady's. If y'all have watched my channel before in the past, you know what this card is, where it came from. Got this from a card show. The dude had 3 packs of Upper Deck, and I bought all 3 for $40. Pulled this Brady. 8's about what I was expecting. The corners are a little bit in rough shape. So are the edges. But yeah, overall pretty happy. I went through all of my Brady rookies and really took a good hard look and decided what ones I wanted to get graded. Plus, when you're spending $20 a card to get them graded, I don't want to get all 50 of my Brady rookies graded all at once. That's going to be pretty pricey, especially if you come back with a bunch of 8s or 9s. Next up, I was holding out hope for a 10 on this, but I think the centering on the front really did it. 2000 victory, Tom Brady. Got a mint 9. You can see the side's a little bit thicker than that side. I'm trying to hold things at an angle a little bit to keep the glare from the window behind me bouncing off these too much. Otherwise, I thought the corners were in great shape. The nice thing about this set too, you got the white border, so the edges don't show any chipping like a lot of times with black bordered cards. But I really do think it's the centering that gave this a 9. As I kind of alluded to before, right? PSA is aware of what their population is out there. They don't want to flood the marketplace with gem mint 10s. So when you get cards like this that they've seen probably thousands of, if not more, I think they're pretty conservative, and they're only going to give it a 10 if it's truly a 10. But overall, still a 9. Still a great card. I think I got that for $40. It's probably a $100 card, 120, 25. Brady's rookie stuff has gone down. This is a great time to buy Brady rookies, just because he struggled a little bit this season. And I think his age is catching up to him. Next, 2000 Skybox Impact. This one I was hoping for a Gem Mint 10. Get a little bit of wear, just teeny tiny bit on that corner. These ones are kind of tough to call for centering, but the centering looks pretty good. And the back looked pretty good. I have about, I want to say like at least 3 or 4 other of these, and this is the one in the best shape. And I almost submitted another one, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because I may have gotten an 8 out of it. But I do have one BGS 9.5 of this and 2 9.5s actually coming in the mail that should be delivered today. This is one of my favorite rookies of Brady, just because it's relatively affordable, and if you get a good grade on it, like the 9.5, you get some good value out of it. All right, next up, this is about what I was expecting for this card too. 2000 Press Pass, Tom Brady. This is, again, one of those cards that I've had since 2000 that was just kind of sitting there in a binder. Overall, in really good shape. I've got probably, again, 3 or 4 others of these. The back is really good, especially with these colored borders. Like I said, you can kind of see white chipping pretty good. Looks like you might have a little bit of a teeny tiny hangnail down there. But overall, this card was good. Definitely think it's worth a 9. Was hoping to eke out a 10, but I was expecting a 9, so pretty good there. It's none of the parallels, unfortunately. There's some cool parallels on that press pass. These next two cards, I'd say one I was really hoping for and expecting, and the other one caught me completely off guard. In fact, I'll tell the story when that comes up. But anyways, this one, if you've been following my channel for a long time, actually I've only been around for less than a year, but if you've been following it since last spring, you may know exactly what card I'm talking about, and you may have seen me pull this in my confusion. But this is the 2017 Panini Playoff Optic Rated Rookie Previews. You could only pull this from Playoff. If you've been watching 2018 Playoff, you know that there's the Contenders Previews and Optic Previews. They had that last year as well. And this dude went straight from the pack into a one-touch into getting graded. Pretty sure this is a pop one, just given the graded ones I've seen out there have been BGS. I haven't looked up the population report, but there's only 23 of them, and this card is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to keep riding the Mahomes wave. I probably won't hold on to this for a lifetime. I don't think it's going to be the next Brady's contender rookie or anything like that, but the card's in beautiful shape. It's also a great looking card. The red bounces off really well. But by the time this video goes up, this card is already going to be in the safety deposit box at the bank, because it's at least, well, raw, this card sells for about $750. I'm thinking this card is anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 if you get the right buyer. And depending on what he does, it's only going to go up. So, like I said, this one's already, by the time you guys see this, in the bank at the safety deposit box, waiting for the right moment to probably sell that. On this next card, the last one that you'll see, I was absolutely not expecting this. I checked the grades when I got the email at work just to see what I got. Was reading through everything, was super disappointed until I came back to this, and I made like an audible noise at my desk that I think may have caught some folks off guard, because this grade really caught me off guard. This has probably been my favorite card in my collection for a long time. I paid $20 for this card back in the day at a sports card store that's no longer here in Minnesota, called Schindler's. And I don't know, I probably bought this back in like 2002, 2003, and it was sitting in a binder for the longest time and under my parents' stairs. And actually when I took it out, it kind of stuck to the plastic of the sleeve. So I had to like really kind of surgically get it off. Was really careful, not only when I put it back in the sleeve, but when I was cleaning it, getting it ready. And I was not expecting this at all. This is a 2000 Bowman Chrome Tom Brady Gem Mint 10 Booyah. So just to give you a perspective, right? I bought this for $20 back in the day. Right now, raw, this card's anywhere from $400 to $500, depending on the day, the week. And a Gem Mint 10 will net you probably around $1,500 right now. The Pats make another Super Bowl run. It's probably going to be about a $2,000 card or so. Unfortunately, it's not the refractor, because the refractor version is super rare, and that one probably in a Gem Mint 10 is going to get you 10K plus. But like I said, I was really surprised. I was expecting a 9. You can see the centering is slightly off, which is why I was expecting to get a 9. But these corners are in great shape. And the back is in really good shape. You don't really have any chipping or fraying on the edges. You really don't see a ton of white. I got super, super lucky that this card lasted as long as it did, and was submitted 18 years after it came out and came back as a 10. That is unheard of, especially for these Bowman Chrome rookies. You try buying, I think Elite Co 3 just mentioned this the other day in his mail bin video. If you try buying these raw ones just off eBay and stuff, you're lucky to get an 8. You're not going to get a 9 or 10. So I felt super fortunate by this. Again, this is one of those cards, by the time it goes up on YouTube, it's already in the safety deposit box at the bank. And this is one I'll probably sit on until he goes in the Hall of Fame, because this is, in my opinion, other than maybe Contenders, one of his most iconic rookie cards. So, well, that's all 11. there you have it. I don't know the next time I'll do a PSA submission. I've got a handful of cards that I think are submission worthy, but really kind of want to do another stack. So we'll kind of wait and see. But as always, thanks for checking out the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, and we will catch you next time. See ya!